Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We get into a hidden sleeper of a gem tonight. That's right, it's Belle Meade Reserve. So, previously, Belle Meade had the old sour mash, which was $35-40. They've had the Belle Meade Reserve cask strength, which was, in fact, cask strength, whatever that particular cask was. But those are a little impossible to find anymore, not made, not really sure on that whole scenario. But what is readily available now is a Belle Meade Reserve 108.3 proof. So a batch product that comes in at, well, you heard it, 108.3 proof. Now, there's been some talk recently about Nelson Greenbrier Distillery kind of bottling it under the Nelson Greenbrier name and doing away with the old Belle Meade name. So I guess that's, we'll see, But for now, let's take a look at the bottle. There it is. The Prancing Horses of Belle Meade Reserve Bourbon. Now, this buffoon, was very aggressive upon opening it and ripped off the words Reserve that went around the top. So that's gone. I even rubbed part of the label off here. I don't know what I was doing that night. Belle Meade Reserve. Now let's see if there's an age statement. What the hell is this? Age to perfection. What the heck's that? We have no idea how long that is. Again, the 108.3 proof here on the barrel between the Prancing Stallions. We get the words Reserve to know that it's special. And then Bourbon. So we think 108.3, compute. 54.15% alcohol by volume, for those that like to go by that number. On the back here, this is MGP bourbon. What's that? Distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. That's right, it's MGP. We have a few little historical facts here. Belle Meade Reserve is the premium expression of our multi-award-winning Belle Meade bourbon. We identify certain superior barrels from the Belle Meade inventory and combine them to yield a richer, more robust bourbon that compounds and enhances the character, flavor, and feel of its source. MGP. This painstaking process ensures that every small batch of Reserve will be utterly singular and that every sip will be pleasure itself. Well, my God, what a statement at the end there, right? Again, from Nelson Greenbrier Distillery. I got a little poured here. I will say, for being Reserve, not that dark. I'm not impressed by the color. Not impressed by the color. Swirlability, not really impressed by the legs either. So in PA, this comes in at $69.99 a bottle. So a cool 70 doll hairs you'll have to drop in PA to get a hold of this bad boy. I've seen it as low as $65.99 for you value shoppers in other areas. But it's about the price that you'll pay for this. Alright, let's get to nosing. Oh, sweet heavens, that smells good. Wow, caramels and oaks just punch through the glass into my nostrils. 108 proof has never smelt hotter. Just like caramel and oak and more caramel and oak. That's what I get in the nose. A very good nose. I will say some vanillas maybe. Maybe even some berries on the back of that. Let's take a sip. That's good. That is good. Earlier in the week, I did a review of, well, it might be later in the week, depending on when this video comes out, but in the same week, I did a review of Smoke Wagon, the old Smoke Wagon brand, which is also MGP, Asian Nevada, and I will say this is better. I will say that right off the bat. This version of MGP is better. There's more vanillas, more complex overall, and that's what I go for typically, is complex and robust flavor. So let's take one more sip here. I'm getting the vanilla caramel, a lot of like red fruit berries in the middle there, and some oak in the end. She drinks about 120. I'll say it's 108.3, but she drinks an even 120. So it's a buy rating for me. $70. You're going to pay that for Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, which is a little bit higher proof, but also MGP, probably around the same age, I'm going to guess. But this is, I think, better. So I'd say this is a good value here. Now, what comes to mind when you think, 108 to 115 proof? What did someone say? Old Forester 1920? We happen to have some right here. There it is. Old Forester 1920 in a fancy 375 mil, coming in at 115 proof. Probably the most logical comparison choice. Coming in at 55 doll hairs in Pennsylvania. Poured here in the gold Glencairn for reigning champ of deliciousness. Let's take a nosing. Starkly more bananas. Starkly more bananas. They're like bananas and like dry wood is what I get immediately on the 1920. A very delicious nose, but very different, I will say, from the Belle Meade. 1920 is the Old Forester profile. Some bananas, some oak. Get a little bit of cherries on there. Maybe a little corn note in the background. Caramel. Very sweet. If you like Old Forester, I would say that it's vastly different from that Belle Meade. Well worth $55 for the 1920, I will say. But I think tonight I do, in fact, prefer the Belle Meade. Belle Meade, it just smells older and more mature. It may not be, we don't know. Neither one comes with an age statement. Alright. 1920 came in swinging, but got knocked out. The Belle Meade beats it. I think it's worth the price. I would say it's not a get in your car right now and haul ass to the nearest liquor store to pick it up. But it would be a buy for me, for sure. If I see it on the shelf, I'm gonna grab a backup for sure. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Have a great evening, everybody.